Oh, okay. Hi there, how you doing? Uh, Last video, so I'm not gonna say it's been a while because I just made one yesterday. Um, but I forgot that I got a story time for y'all. Yush, a story time. This story time is about Alabamers. Um, yes, so for those of you who don't know, who haven't seen my New Orleans video, I was voodooed in, not specifically me, but well, kind of me, but more so my friends, kind of my mom's friends. Um, yes, we was voodooed, and so then, and y'all know that that place is haunted as hell, and so Alabama's would be the second place, I guess, that is of the hauntedness. Um, yeah. So what happened there is, I believe I got cursed. I got cursed from the spirits in the buildings that grabbed onto my karmas and said, "We gonna throw back at you, boo boo." Okay, eat your words. So that's what had happened. First, it started with food poisoning, and then it went into a kidney stone. How fun. Yeah. And of course, that's sarcastically because I was barfing everywhere and it felt like pregnancy pain. So yeah, and also not fun to go through a kidney stone or any kind of sickness when you are not home. So yeah, that happened. But originally, why we went to Alabama's was because my mom's friend wanted me to be featured in her haunted house for years. She's like, "You would love it. I would love you to be in it." And it was perfect. We had two ideas. We had one was just like a woman all in black hair and everything, like all white and whatnot. And she was just standing in the corner, so we were going to put her in a graveyard. Or there was another, which was kind of like asylum based. And she was just, in the white, whatever, face all cut up and stuff like that. And she was in a cage. But of course we went with the black lady because it's like, I don't know, just easier. I don't even think they had an asylum section. I don't know. But anyway, so we went with the girl in the black. Yes, and when we were talking at lunch after, well, kind of dinner-ish, but that was, well, it was the lights on, so it would have been lunch. After the lights on with the kiddies, we were eating and everything. I just had a salad. Wasn't feeling real hungry. And I had said I never get sick. I guess I forgot to knock on that wood. So the ghosties grabbed onto that, and like I said, they spit it back at me. Said, "Eat your words, biatch." And I did. But then I spit them back out. I couldn't take anything. Nothing would stay down. She probably had to redecorate her house. Bless that woman. Yeah, so Alabama, what a great welcome that was. I definitely know I will forgive Alabama. That wasn't Alabama's fault, but I will never step foot in that building again. Okay, and then it might have had a little something to do, which I don't really believe this, but after we had the kitty room, the kitty day, whatever, lights on, we went to a haunted house. Haunted. Because it wasn't so scary as it was a wow factor. Like, very wow. Like, the clowns in it were like acrobats. Like, I mean, this dude would be in one room. Like, first of all, you had to really focus. These people's looked so real, you couldn't tell whether they were statues or they were real. They were gonna, like, pop out. I mean, They were so good at their job. And then, like, one of them would be in this room all the way over here, and then you be in this room all the way over here, and then bang, bang, boom, they be all the way over there doing, like, that flips and stuff. I thought one of them was, like, standing on, some bars, whatever, and I swear he did, like, a flip and ended up right in front of me. And I'm just like, oh, was he trained in the circus? And then one of them, now maybe I watch too much American Horror Stories, but this one clown, he had the whole get up and everything, and others might think he was scary and stuff, but the way he looked at me, he was like looking at me, and I'm like, okay, we gonna exchange numbers? Something, what's happening here? Because you know what, you kind of turning me on right now. You know, I don't know. I'm like, I watch too much American Horror Stories, I guess. I just told my friend on the phone, and he's like, no, something happened to you as a child for you to think that. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but you know what? I was getting a little hot and bothered right there. I'm like, oh, okay, we better exchange numbers pretty quick. But you know what? You know what it is about costumes? You never know who's under there. For all you know, it could be an old man under there, or it could be a female. It could be a female. Or an old man, old people. That's what, you know, that pedophiles. You know, so, anyway. So, yeah, and then they gave us a little slip. And it said, say this after you leave so I don't follow you home. Now, I don't believe it was that. I literally believe it was the actual haunted house that we worked in before that. But anyway, but I'm grateful that I was able to be featured in it. We did get to the next day, and I was feeling well enough to stay in that room for about 2 hours before I got real nauseous and sick to my stomach. And I met a dude there. Oh my gosh, he was so nice. But he said, I think he made his own costume, which looked badass. And he said, oh my gosh, this poor man. He said that he gets punched in the face a lot. And I'm like, no, because his suit was like nothing. It was like paper thin, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you need to be wearing something to protect your face. And then after that, I heard my mom's like, oh yeah, Karen said, that's our friend Karen, she said that people get kicked in the nuts and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, like, can't you, like, I don't know, like, not like sue, but like, can't you get these people? Like, what like, I understand you scared, but that doesn't mean you need to, and you know, a punch or a slap, that's a natural reflex, but you don't need to be punching people in the balls. Like, come on now, that's just too much. You know, so, I feel so sorry for this dude. I'm like, holy shit, I hope he's not the one that got kicked in the balls. Because I'm like, this dude was the nicest ever. And I'm just like, man, that's not right. And then she also got people, like, you know, those teenagers that just, like, will go in there and, like, vandalize stuff. And I'm just like, man, people have no respect. People got no respect. I swear. And just kids these days, I swear, in like our next generation and stuff like that, they're gonna be so effed up. I'm gonna treat my kids right. Like, they ain't gonna be listening to that angry rap music, and they ain't gonna be around all that violence and stuff. I'm gonna watch their TV shows. I'm gonna watch the music that they listen to, the people that they hang around, you know. And then I don't believe in hitting your child. I won't hit my child, but if they acting like a fool, they gonna get a little more than a timeout or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So now I can definitely say I've been voodooed and I've been cursed, cause that sickness and then that kidney stone just came out of nowhere. And I know both what food poisoning and kidney stone feels like, and that was definitely food poisoning, and that led into a kidney stone. And that came out of nowhere, so I'm like, it cannot be a coincidence, because I karma'd myself right there in that restaurant. And then I figured out that place was really haunted, and I'm like, oh my damn. But, so that's my experience in Alabama's. And then, so I think about now, so I got videos in New Orleans, got videos in Nevadas. I don't know if I made a video about Nevadas. I don't know. And videos about Alabama's. You know, I probably made one in Florida's. I don't know if I made one in Las Vegas's, but I've been around the world in 80 days. Know what I'm saying? All right, but stay true and do you. Okay. I will think of what videos to do next. You know what? I used to be able to make money off of this, make some of that good Facebook monies back when I started, but I really don't want this to be my job. You know, I'm just here to entertain, to get these stuff off my chesticles, you know, and you know, if you people, a lot of people get a laugh out of it, you know, and so I'm not here. You know, all the YouTubers that I watch, you know, it's like I don't want to copy any of them. You know, Joey Christopherson, he does you know, that little, you know, what's he do with popping stuff in the microwave and just see how you microwave stuff, which is dangerous as hell. Okay, like do this at your own risk, children's. And then, you know, like cutting open the toys and just the stress balls and stuff like that. When, like, I understand you got money, you got that YouTube's money, so you can be spending that stuff, but I'm like, that's a waste. Some kids actually need that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you just, like, cutting it apart and stuff like that. I know you curious, I'm curious too, you know, but I'm like, don't be wasting stuff like that. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm not about that life. I'm just here for y'all's entertainments and for my same entertainments, you know. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I watch back my videos, you know, because you gotta watch back your videos to make sure there ain't nothing wrong with it. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, stay true and do you. Okay. Bye.